He's more than bumps.
You know, it's not about anything but driver error there.
He's done for a long time, so I wish him all the best. We wish you all the best with commentary too. You're doing a ripper job there and in the DTM. Best of luck.
Talk us through it.
He's had a little lock up in the rear and it's run him wide, but once you get offline there, there's a little bit of a kink here and a few little bumps. He's basically just locked the rears a little bit, but no, he's exactly the same as Massa. Just dropped it absolutely on the turn and
push him out. Oh, he dipped his wheels onto the grass again, which is so. And look at that. The Vettel made a tremendous start. Here's the contact at the back. He lifts off early, and then bang, there it is. No wonder he thinks he's got damage. First corner, they were 4 abreast at one point in there, and it was that off.
Now we see a replay of Romain Grosjean and Pastor Maldonado.
He gave him space.
It was Daniel Ricciardo going off that allowed Massa to get past, and then Senna just got far. Maldonado loses the chance to give Williams their best points finish in a long time, and that was
He's got on to the Astra in the curb and got a bit of a tank slap.
He's get tapped as a left rear.
There's another Lotus behind him.
What's it like? And it's not a bad first sector time, but not enough time gain, you'd say.
Sepang Sunday, etc. So we'll take you back to
corner, and here we go with that clumsy move. There, Jensen committed to the corner.
Gave him enough room to try and squeeze through. Jensen Button.
Some points.
He's just, it's with Lorraine Carter Kane.
Hop, regardez. Je sais pas ce qu'il y a eu là.
Ouais, on n'a pas vu malheureusement.
As we watch Mark Webber running. Oh, wow. His lap of the race as well. Whoa, round goes the Williams. Got too much curb there. This is Nico Rosberg's party trick up the hill, and it was so. Through turn, and he's gone deep into the gravel. Game over for Bruno Senna, I'm afraid.
Overdriving.
A lot of curb on the way into 12. That ran him slightly wide onto the dirty side of the track. Didn't quite make greedy on the curb on the way in.
Span there in practice as well.
Error somewhere.
I just wonder if he got caught out there. Charles Pic.
wing end plate for Romain Grosjean, damaged in that contact with.
It's kind of a weird one. It's just like he's taken by surprise and just clean hit him in the back. But
Michael decided to switch into the inside. Sebastian Vettel gets a visor full.
One of the.
No.
To get a decent lap, a clear lap.
Oh, Tank just
to get a decent lap, a clear lap.
Oh, Tank just
That angle.
just from the other angle. It
Picked up an understeer, and yeah.
Oh, we see that so often, don't we? They've resurfaced. Schumacher, and already Romain Grosjean slews across the track, and Sebastian Vettel narrowly avoids him. Come together with Fernando Alonso, then Michael Schumacher and Grosjean. That's the major contact there.
And he kept himself out of trouble over on his left voids just. And there then.
Of the Caterham, spinning round, Perez.
Schumacher, points 111 behind the team.
Now from this man here, Maldonado, who's clouted the wall and has spun round.
Of the final chicane, obviously broken the track rod and right rear wishbone, I'd imagine. In the middle.
It was all to be played for. Instead, he becomes the second Williams to superbly for him as well, Martin.
That back end step.
Perez storming races for them, and Daniel Ricciardo, maybe the last to give the grass a bit of a trim. Quiet, Raikkonen's got past Senna, and eventually
he tried to go down the inside, and Senna to the slipstream, unaware that the Sauber would have that speed, maybe less.
oh dear.
Oh, I've gone across and given him a little tap. That's Formula Ford style.
Felipe Massa and Kobayashi. Oh, major impact, wasn't it?
Moment between Vitaly Petrov and Daniel Ricciardo, who've been doing a great job in the Toro Rosso.
Together, Hamilton forces Maldonado off the track. Oh, and they do tight. This replay, whose fault was this, Martin?
Maldonado came from off the racetrack. They had 4 wheels off. And look, he's basically launched into the side of him.
Mate.
Sorry.
Possibly made here at Silverstone this afternoon. Alonso, can he avoid the wall here? He's
with a resumption in qualifying. What a save by Fernando Alonso there before.
But obviously not today.
Look on the bright side of life is Jenson Button's motto, I think. Michael Schumacher slips, and that corner catches you out in the dry often enough, let alone the wet.
Michael very lucky not to make the gravel. Swapped ends coming through the last corner. That was the yellow flags have started because of Jenson. I think it'd almost been worth Jenson. But it was just an error there. He just got in hot, back end tried to...
Of that incident for you now. Yeah, he just come in way too hot, and he's locked up the front right, lost his steering, and unfortunately...
Years ago.
It just shifted, hadn't he?
Yeah.
It just shifted up.
was a bit sluggish, and there's Lewis Hamilton slewing into the wall, and oh dear, Romain Grosjean and Fernando Alonso.
And then it was really all about Hamilton and Grosjean getting together, and White.
Lewis, and he just loses control. Grosjean going over Perez, and Fernando Alonso getting...
Comes across to cover Hamilton, who can't and won't yield, and I'm afraid...
It's Hamilton's left wheel. Oh, that is a bit of debris there that Sebastian Vettel collects and then tries to pick his way through it. How did he not make a really hefty impact? That's it.
Running their own business and then get completely wiped out. That's a scary accident.
Well, you...
Ricciardo and Glock came to blows, and that left Timo right at
in. I thought he might have a left rear puncture, but he didn't, because Senna was intent, and he gets a little...
In the braking zone there, so it looks like he's had a failure of some description. See that left-hand...
He got a lot of curb in the middle, a lot of curb in the middle part. It just unsettled the rear.
If it was his teammate that had the problem, yeah.
Ooh. Right, he's almost...
Carter Cahan.
Should be right in the, when the deal... Oh, look at Michael Schumacher, he's blocked his brakes and gone clean.
On the Sauber, and, well... Line into the right-hand, and oh, there's more debris coming off. He's going to stay.
He dropped it coming back on the track. How embarrassing was that? And he's made a...
John and Kimi Raikkonen dips onto the turn. Look out wide.
I don't think that's Raikkonen's fault.
Perez, then the track narrows down, then he hits Mark Webber. And there was just nowhere for breaks of it, didn't he? Because the Sauber was ahead of him.
Yeah.
And then he's a passenger.
Oh, so wonder somebody healed. And it was the second piece of contact, wasn't it? The second movement from the Ferrari.
Penalty 4, and look, there's Sergio Perez and Lewis Hamilton again at the hairpin, and second time round.
It all went wrong in turn 5, actually. He had a wheel on the grass. So I keep calling the turn because he's hit the brake pedal. Lewis has caught him out a little bit. We see, presumably, here's Karthikeyan. There was a spinner as well. There was a spinner.
Here's exactly what happened. Going into turn 3, where did...
Flat spot.
That wasn't right on the car, and it's all been put right on Friday night, and that's his first on board here before the accident.
Yeah, I think it was just the camera angle and the...
You can see him there slewing across the circuit, keeping his foot in.
Drivers then getting blocked left, right and centre. Yeah, so he spread most of the gravel.
Michael Schumacher and to Jean-Eric Verne. Schumacher clipped Verne. Toro Rosso was there. You can see he's...
Good spot there, Crofty. That's exactly where it is. Because his rear wheels are locked and his front wheels are still happily turning.
Brake failure.
Looking here, Sebastian Vettel just caught the curb on Tim Sparks even before the sun's totally set.
It's the material.
Who's
going around.
Too hard.
Shouldn't hit anything from there.
Happened, was it? Right, yeah, that's the damage.
Wow.
The Cayenne, Rosberg arriving at huge speed and then going over the top.
Out. We think, I'm pretty sure, and it didn't.
Vettel. Oh, yeah. That's why he'd be flapping around like he picked up that polystyrene as well. See, Ricciardo. Now it's one, now it's none. Can Webber get into the corner first? He touches with Maldonado.
This curve, and yeah, he's pinched him down to the apex. Kept the constructor's title here, looking a bit shaky at the moment.
Well, Sebastian Vettel's now. And Webber has clashed again, and Felipe Massa spinning round at the... Webber rejoins the track. Massa just clips the curb, and that's what spun him round. And then he got a bit disoriented.
To wheel. Oh.
Di Resta pops ahead of him, and that's where Perez gets clouted from Grosjean behind.
Gets a clout because Grosjean's already up the inside of him. Perez came off.
Oh.
Perez came.
Perez the second. As Perez comes on, does he just cut across Grosjean? Is Grosjean... it all, turn 19.
Oh, on the downshift. On the downshift.
We've seen a lot of errors at turn 19, but not often as early into the corner as that.
Oh, he's facing...
Behind the...
Oh, he's going into pits.
No,
he wasn't.
Well, whose fault's that? Is that Grosjean, the car? That's why he had to move wide, and it was Bruno Senna that went into Sebastian Vettel, not once but twice.
Very wide on the track, and there were already cars up the inside of him. That's not Senna. Of the accident.
Just got on the white line, didn't he?
And Webber then gets shoved around by the...
Yep. On the white line, which is going to stay a little bit slippier than the tarmac. Shoved through here, and back up into the lead. No, they've touched! And Hamilton and Hulkenberg come together from Hulkenberg, and his slide went into Lewis Hamilton.
He's coming inside the Caterham, and yeah, it's Hulkenberg out of control.
Did they touch? Yes, they did. And it sent Kobayashi into Schumacher just turning in. Kobayashi keeping himself right there in the hunt and come world champion here as we watch the replay of Di Resta. Just a passenger, Martin.